Okay, we have another challenge lock here. We have Down Payment Blues by Papa Smurf with a Yale key. Does work. This is not the first time I'll be picking this. I just did it off camera and have been playing around, and I've also gutted it before as well. So I have some thoughts on this lock. And you will note I'm just using a half diamond, and I've marked it here at the depth stop for pin 5. So that is just so I don't go all the way to 6, because 6, you'll note, is a very high lift on this key. Maximum lift even. But actually, the drive pin's too short, so you don't need to touch it at all. It makes it a heck of a lot easier. So just going to use bottom of the keyway, because it's awful Yale keyway. And we're going to go in with a half diamond and just push along until we find some pins that are stuck. Come on. There we go. Got it. Just come through, lots of crunches and stuff. There's a bit of threading in this core. There's some stuck here. Alright, good counter rotation off 1. Gotta say, I really do find the Yale keyway to be extremely annoying. Anything with a Yale keyway, often half the challenge at least is the keyway more than it is the actual security pins that are in the thing. That's not to say these ones aren't pretty alright. The trouble, as you will see when I got it, alright, hard to be accurate. Counter rotation there. In a deep false set. Just got to work out which pin's left. Is it in 1? No, I don't think so. 2. Worried I just overset 2. Now nothing seems to be binding, and I think we lost our. Oops. Fine. Let's reset a lot harder there than was intended. Go back in that nice false set. Man. not like winding on the core, am I? It's just... Oh. You want to just grab something in a hurry. There it is. All right. Now, you'll note never touch pin 6. So let's cut this thing. Get this clip off the back. Trying not to ruin it. These kind of deformable sleeve clips are a bit of a pain, really. They never feel like they're going to hold up. So slide that through. So here we can see that's how I picked it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and oh, that's sitting at shear. But that wasn't a zero lift pin. That is pin and the driver. Both there, which is not good design in a commercial lock. That is not extremely not good design in a challenge lock. That is either someone who doesn't know what they're doing yet, or someone who just didn't check. But yeah, I would call that inexcusable for a pin stack to do that in a commercial lock. And I think in a challenge lock, it's somewhat even more so, because you really should have looked at those pins when you set it up, and you should know that it was going to do that. So that's just a commercial spool anyway. So nice things about this lock. We do have some like overmilling on each of these. It's just slight, but this chamber's a bit mangled, but overmilling. I thought it might have been countermilling looking at it, but it doesn't seem to catch at all, so I think it's just overmilling. We've got some nice serrations on 2 and 3. And a pretty good keyway. There's a look down the barrel. And there are holes in the warding. And I was originally trying to use the really steep SS Dev, so it will fit right up nicely, from the bottom. But it doesn't quite lift the pins up high enough on some positions. So that was a bust. Right, drivers, and then into the other reason I'm not super impressed. So we've got Sparrow's pin, Sparrow's pin, Sparrow's pin, Sparrow's pin, and wouldn't you know, a Sparrow's pin. I believe that's a Sparrow's spool too. All springs are the same. I know that because I gutted it already, obviously. It's fine. Springs don't need to be different, but I really don't think it makes a lot of difference. As I've said many, many times before. No Bible mods, which is fair enough. It's a Euro. You would have had to pull the plugs out. That would have been a pain. Bible mods are pretty rare. But there you go. So here are our pins. So, these are nice security pins, which is why it puts up a fight, is because the Sparrows ones are pretty alright. This is the Yale core. It's got good tolerances. So, they do put up a picking challenge. But the only pins that it seems like the person's modified at all is they've put a little hole in the top of that, so it sort of nestles into that one a little bit, which does a sort of work, not really. A couple of serrations on this and this one, which go nicely with the serrations in the core, so that's a good mod. And then this one, I know they've rounded the top out a bit. I'll just stick that one by itself. 5 goes there. And you'll see when that key's in. So it just sort of sits, a bit like that. I'm not. I don't know. That doesn't. I don't think that's going to really do a lot, but whatever. It's definitely modified. So basically, as far as I can tell, like this is a challenge lock, but the person. I mean, I want to see when I'm picking a challenge lock by someone. I want to see what you can make and do. But it feels like other than just putting the pins in this, they've really only done 2 key pin modifications, a tiny little hole drilled in that one, which doesn't really do much, and threaded it. So I would call that 3, 4 maybe modifications to that lock, where sort of like 6 is the minimum standard. So it is still a fun pick. It is quite challenging. As far as calling it a proper challenge lock, I don't know. I think it falls short. But anyway, that's my everything I have to say about Down Payment Blues by Papa Smurf. Yale Kiwis, they really do just suck to pick. All right, thanks for watching.